So I want to show you a few of my favorite exercises with the connector. So I don't know about you, but long sit is a difficult exercise for many of us, right? So sitting on the floor with the legs straight out, many of us kind of round our backs. Oh no, I'll show you, right? So we sit here and it's really hard to sit upright. My hamstrings are plenty long, my calves are a little bit short, so that might be one of the issues. But I also think that my hip flexors tend to be a little bit in the way. Maybe my femur bone is not fully centered and not far enough back in the joint so I can roll over it nicely. So the typical thing that happens when we strain or we effort to sitting in a long sit is that we still have the rounding down here because we just don't have the mobility in the pelvis or in the pelvis, yeah, and in the hip joint to sit upright. But then we overly try to compensate for that with the upper back. So it's this weird thing where we start to reverse the curves. We have an outward curve in the lower and then the inward curve in the upper back. So that's obviously not what we want. So the connector allows you to help with that long sit, and I personally thought that feels really, really good, so I want to show it to you. So I have your reformer might come with this foot strap, right, where you put the feet under for when you do short box. So you can just unattach that, and then I'm going to come into my long sit. I'm going to take the black straps. Oh, and I have a red spring attached. I take the black strap and I attach this foot strap to the ring, to the D ring here. And then I'm going to wrap this foot strap around my back. And I'm going to grab the other black strap and attach it to the foot strap to that D ring. Okay? And those double loops here, I'm just going to have them rest on my lap. That way they're out of the way. And I'm just going to check that the strap is sort of centered. So I'm positioning the foot strap against my PSIS, right? So the bones at the back of my pelvis. And then I'm going to grab the gray straps, long loops. And now as I'm pulling, let me scoot me just a tad back. Okay. So as I'm pulling with my arms, because this is all the same strap, as I pull with the arm, it actually pulls my PSIS forward, and it really helps me get my pelvis upright, and I immediately feel the release in my lumbar extensors because they're always long and they have to hold in this position. So by bringing my pelvis in a true neutral, my lumbar extensors can relax, and that feels amazing. So then you could just do any arm movement, right? So I could do like a chest expansion, straight arms back. And even if I maybe don't feel the pull forward, or you might have to think about it a little bit, right? So we could technically lean into the strap here, but you just have to remind yourself, allow the strap to pull me forward. Okay, so I definitely have to allow that, but I don't have to do it. I just have to allow it, right? I don't need muscle strength for it. I just need to make sure I let it happen. But, so both arms, right, and then the beauty of the connector is you can just do just one arm and you still have the tension on the other arm. You know, you could do one arm in a regular reformer, but then this strap would always be slack and you don't have any feedback on that side, so that's always kind of a shame. You can also pull both arms back and be in an engaged position, right? So this is now, everything's working, and I only move the arm forward and back from here. It's definitely much harder than the other version. So this is one at a time, and then I could also reciprocate, so I just switch back and forth, and when I do this, the carriage doesn't move, it's just hovering. If you can see that, you see how when I pull with one side, it pulls me more forward on this side of the pelvis as well. So there's definitely a reaction. And I'm just reminding myself to let the strap pull my pelvis upright. It's been many, many years of posterior tilt, so it's going to take a little while for that to stop. And then you could do a bow and arrow, right? You can add Add rotation in the thoracic spine, either with your head if you do it slowly, or without the head, just doing the arms. That's often a really nice massage for the lungs, actually. I like that. And you could add a little triceps kickback here, or 2, or 3, and switch, and 1, and 2, and 3, and switch. One more. Allow the long arm to go forward because it helps you get deeper into the twist. And switch. So I'm allowing my right arm to lengthen as I'm kicking back my left arm. And coming good. And then I'm settling my rib cage down on top of my pelvis versus, right, I always kind of strain forward with my upper body. Nice. And then to come out, I'm just going to hang up the gray straps. I'm going to undo the foot strap. I'm hanging up the black strap. Get rid of the foot strap completely, hang up the other black strap. And I'm going to put that back where I took it from, so the next person who wants to do short box has their foot strap.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you'd like to see more cool information, head over to PilatesEncyclopedia.com. I'll see you next time.